Okay. All right, welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Targeted Individual Experience. So, as soon as I turned off the recording, right, guess what happened? NY Predator Department started using their sirens. Now, usually, as I would start recording again, they would stop, but they continue to engage in their sirens, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the video that I made outside of my when I was coming home and I was in front of my apartment building, there's certain things in there that I reveal in terms of what it is that they do, particularly when I talk about whenever they feel they have the upper hand, all of a sudden they start using their sirens, and particularly when I unlock my phone because I have I have on my screen a picture of Marcus Garvey, right? And so at times, whenever I go to unlock my phone, they'll use the sirens, right? So, you know, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to start doing is that on my lock screen, I am going to start rotating images of black leaders, black political leaders, black revolutionary leaders, just to fuck with their racist mind. Okay. And just because I know that they don't, when they're surveilling my phone, these are images that they don't on people who they are afraid that black people will come into that sort of consciousness collectively. So I'm going to start doing that. All right, that's what I'm going to do. I'm letting them know, because I'm going to be just like them. I'm going to be just like them when it comes to certain things. Okay, when it comes to certain things. All right. Also, after the video, I'm going to when I talk about how the use of BCI, brain computer brain computer interface, in terms of illegally microchipping people to turn them into unwitting spies. I'm going to read when I did the Google search on that, what the Google AI has to say about that. Okay, now I want you to listen now. This I just as I ended the recording, walked into the building. Walked into the building, they started using their sirens. Listen. So when I talk about that particular siren, woo, 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 that's what I'm talking about. It is this, and I have been conditioned to that for over 2 decades now. Okay, over 2 decades. Do you know what that does to a person's mind? No matter how, if they do it subtle or very loud. All right. Anyhow, let me just pause this so I can get to that other to the Google search that I did. Okay, so I asked Google, all right, using BCI to make someone an unwitting spy. Okay, and this is what the AI overview says. Utilizing brain-computer interface (BCI) technology to make someone an unwitting spy raises serious ethical, legal, and security concern. Theoretical risk of BCI misuse, brain tapping and signal interception. BCIs, especially invasive ones, record neural data that reveals sensitive information, including emotions, intention, and even religious or political beliefs. Malicious actors could intercept and exploit these signals to gather intelligence about the individual, their environment, or their interaction. Manipulation and control. The direct link between the brain and external device via BCI creates a vulnerability to manipulation. Yeah, create a vulnerability to manipulation. It is used for manipulation, particularly if you're a TI. Right? Hackers could potentially send false signals to exploit vulnerabilities to influence decision making. This is what they used to do to me a lot. They still do it to me today. Right? Like I said, I just have to adapt after learning what it is that they were doing to not make any decisions that actually to literally think instead of going by the subliminal message that they try to send me, because it's manipulation. And those type of subliminal messages is not for my benefit, but to my detriment. So I don't listen to it. Okay, for the most part, right? Particularly when when it comes to certain things. All right, so they can potentially send false signals to exploit vulnerabilities and influence decision making, control physical action, which I talk about what they do to me at times, or even induce unwanted actions, which they also do. Okay. Misleading stimuli and cognitive alterations. The integrity of brain signals can be compromised during signal acquisition, potentially leading to faulty or biased outcome that could manipulate for malicious purposes. They are also concerned about the long-term effects of BCI use on brain function and health, particularly with invasive devices. Ethical and legal consideration. Violation of autonomy and privacy. Using BCI for covert surveillance or control without informed consent would violate fundamental human rights to autonomy, privacy, and freedom of thought. The collection and processing of neural data should be subjected to stringent is it strident or stringent regulations and require explicit consent. Lack of accountability and transparency. This is why they do this in secret. Okay? The absence of standardized protocol or regulatory framework in the nascent BCI industry creates a lack of accountability and transparency, making it difficult to address potential misuse or exploitation. Potential for coercion and social inequality. Concerns exist that individuals may be coerced into using BCI against their will or without fully understanding the implications, says New America. The high cost of BCI technology may also create a disparity in access, potential exacerbating social inequalities. Countermeasures and mitigation. Robust security measures implementing strong encryption, secure protocol, or multi-factor authentication for BCI is crucial to prevent unauthorized access and data breach, and so forth and so forth. You guys can read most of the stuff, okay? But let me just going to scroll through it. If you want to pause and read it, you can. We talk about covert manipulation and such and such, right? And as I said, the word covert manipulation here, the New York Predators Department using their sirens, because that's definitely what they use. They try to manipulate me with, and using Pam, right? Using Pam, manipulating her also. I talk about the time, she'd come in the house and lift her skirt up and bend over in front of me. Before I forget, so even tonight, when she came back, she got undressed, came into the living room, she was talking to me, like I said, we were using the sirens and such and such. The way she was asking me all these questions, and then when she was finished, she took both her hands and started and basically held her breast with both her hands. She was wearing a green tank top and some light blue shorts, right? So I talk about color because color is important. They utilize color, weaponization of color, and color psychology, right? So like I said, after she finished trying what I consider to be an interrogation method and tactic that they use, they're using the sirens now, she started, grabbing her breast with both hands, looking at me, right? Then gets up and then walks away. This is what they do. So when I was leaving, I said to her, I said, again, why are you standing there? After doing all that, she stands up right next to the door, right? And then I ask her, why are you standing there? And then she's like, because my feet hurt. Now, when she says stuff like that, any person with a logical mind will say, well, if your feet hurt, why are you standing on your feet? Right? You should be in your bed or sitting down. So again, as a TI, you see family members doing strange shit, ask questions. Call them out on certain things. Do not be silent. If they want to, brush you off, let them do that. If they want to get upset about it, Let them be. But call them out on certain actions and certain behavior that you see that they're doing in front of you. It's important that you do that. Okay? All right, let me finish scrolling. All right, so there you go. This is from the AI, the Google AI. Okay. All right. Talk to you guys in the next video.